Straight piss and vinegar day 123. 123. Chest and triceps. Maxed out on the bench again today. I did this about a month ago. Got 115. Today got 120. Today there was a lot of things going wrong. I won't really list them all because it's all just going to sound like an excuse. Because it is. They're just excuses. But I got an extra 5 kilos from last month, which is not too shabby. I went from 115 to 120. A better looking 120 than the 115. The 115 had some legs, a far more leg drive, and a bit of glute raise, whereas this was pretty shabby, pretty good. But then I went up to 122 and just kind of lost the groove and just couldn't seem to get back into it. My mind wasn't there, and 120 moved like hot knife through butter, but 122 just felt like fucking Lizzo was sitting on my chest, so couldn't fucking budge it. But that's fine. I mean, I don't really give a fuck about the bench press anyway. Like, I lie. I actually do care from the perspective of my ego, because it's the notorious how much do you bench is the thing. But as far as hypertrophy goes, it means little to nothing for me, at least in heavy bench press. I bench press at the end of my chest days as a burnout. I do high reps, close grip bench press, because that's the only way I can actually feel it in my pecs. And that's part of why my bench press kind of sucks so bad nowadays, is I can't feel my pecs activate in the slightest. It's all in my front delt and triceps, whereas previously I could feel a little bit more in my chest. But yeah, it just doesn't feel very good. The fucking shoulder's unstable. I don't feel any pecs activating, which means I'm not out putting as much force as I possibly could. So nowadays I much prefer the overhead press. And today I'm in a calorie deficit now, so I'm not feeling as energized or as strong. And I probably won't do maxed out bench press for a long time from here on out, because I'm going to be cutting over the next 3 months. So thought I'd just go, all right, let's see what's my bench press is at before I start really getting to a huge deficit. And that's where it's at, 120. Next year I'm hoping to get to about 160 when I do my next bulk. Maybe not though, because I don't train the bench press with enough frequency and volume to get the fucking bullshit neurological adaptations, the fake strength. So I want that raw strength, which I'm getting through my dumbbell press, because the dumbbell press allows me to activate my chest. And my dumbbell press is fucking stronger than my bench press now, which is ludicrous. Normally, forever my barbell pressing variations were stronger than my dumbbells, and that's typically the case for most people, especially flat bench versus a incline dumbbell press, where incline normally makes you weaker anyway because there's less chest activation. But my incline dumbbell press is like fucking 85 kilos all up, whereas my flat barbell bench press is 70 for 15 reps. So it's like 15 kilos weaker than my fucking dumbbell press. So really, at the moment, I'm more gung-ho on my dumbbell pressing for the chest and my barbell overhead press. On Thursday, I'm going to do a barbell overhead press. I'm looking to get about 90, of which I'm pretty confident in getting, because my overhead press is just shooting the fuck up. It's getting hella strong, and my delts are getting hella big, and that's the silver lining, is my bench press absolutely sucks now, and whereas it used to be better. Granted, I was a heavier person, and I was training the bench 3-4 times a week to get all that neurological adaptation. But it's whatever. Who gives a fuck, dude? It's a fucking bench press, bro. All I really want to get is big pecs. I don't really care too much about the strength. Every now and then I'll test it just to fucking test it, I suppose. But I'm not going to let it bother me that it's not very strong. Because again, it's been strong before. 165 kilo bench press 1 rep max was not too shabby. I was benching 4 plates for like 3 or 4 reps, and I couldn't see a single pec in sight, and still can't. But I can still see a little bit more pecs than I saw back when I was a heavy bench presser. So anyway, who gives a shit? And I'm moving on to, so I didn't do a bunch of exercises that I'd normally do today after the heavy 1 rep max attempts, because I didn't want my tendons, when you do a bunch of 1 rep maxes, your tendons are getting broken down. I can feel it in my pec tendon. It's you don't want to follow up a 1 rep max bench press or a bunch of attempts, of which you saw me doing and failing miserably. You don't want to fucking follow that up with heavy incline dumbbell press, heavy dumbbell stretched out pec flies and shit, and tear a pec, which pretty uncommon for a natural, but you never know. So I don't want to fucking do it. So I just decided, all right, I'll do a back off set of bench press with 72 kilos for 15 reps or whatever it was, and then I'll do a massive drop set with the cable fly, which doesn't really have my chest in a compromised position. It feels perfectly fine. So the rest of the workout was pretty lackluster at the chest goes, and then I went into the triceps. And the triceps are getting stronger. I mean, my fucking tricep extension was 45 kilos for 10 reps. That's pretty not too shabby. By all means, all my accessories and dumbbell movements and shit, are stronger than when I was a 165 kilo bench presser. I have more raw strength. I'm just not neurologically adapted to it. So again, there is a difference between your ability to, learn a movement and get efficient at it, and then just having raw capacity. Next year when I do my next bulk, after summer, I'll do a 6 to 8 month bulk, and I'll indirectly get my bench press strength up by doing dumbbell presses and other shit that's not bench press related. And then at the end of the year, or at the end of the bulk, I'll see where it's at. Maybe let's say 160 kilos. If it's 160 kilos, then I'll do, say, a 2 to 3 week experiment where I'll do Bulgarian training, where I train the bench press every single day to get as much neurological adaptations as I possibly can to prove that, at 160 kilos, I can then say get to 170, 175 for, 3 weeks straight of bench pressing to show how quickly you can progress through the nervous system. Because, Bulgarian is a perfect example of neurological adaptations. You can't fucking build 20 kilos of raw strength through the muscles. You can't build that much muscle in 3 weeks, but you can build that much neurological adaptations. Your ability to align your joints and recruit every motor neuron at the same time in unison in order to output the most force. You can very well do that in 3 weeks, and I'll do that next year to kind of demonstrate that. But other than that, for now, I really couldn't give a shit. I'm just really focusing on the hypertrophy side of things. And by proxy of that, I'm getting plenty strong to my standards. So not too bummed out about that. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a trap bar deadlift. I'm hoping for 210, maybe 215 kilos. But who fucking knows, dude? Like, you never know with these 1 rep maxes. Some days are better than others. Today was a bad day. I feel like I could have got a lot more on the bench. Tomorrow I'll make a better effort to make sure that the music's, got the right order of music on. I've got enough coffee in my system. I've got enough carbs in my system. Maybe I'll go into a surplus tonight or tomorrow in order to make sure that my 1 rep max is really ready to go. And yeah, hopefully 210, 215. Last time I did it, I think I got 195. So 215 would be pretty cool, 20 kilo increase. I think that's more than reasonable. And lately when I've been doing deadlifts, I got this weird phenomenon. I'm terrible with that word. You guys are probably starting to realize that there's certain words I just simply cannot fucking say because I'm retarded. There's a strange phenomenon on my deadlifts where certain reps just fucking blast up like it's no one's business, and then other reps feel very stagnant and slow and grindy. So, who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll get one of those lucky reps, and I'll blast out 230 kilos or some shit. But I doubt it. It'll probably be about 215. Maybe not even that. Who knows? We'll see. And then what else am I going to 1 rep max this week? I'm going to 1 rep max my side pressure. Really keen to see where my side pressure's at. I'm hoping for fucking, let's say 55 kilo 1 rep max. That would be pretty fucking based. I think elite level side pressure is somewhere around 60 kilo 1 rep max. You're considered elite within the side pressure realm of things. If you don't know what I mean by side pressure in arm wrestling because you're a bodybuilder, then whatevs. But basically, yeah, that'll be the thing tomorrow on my arm wrestling day, as I'll do a 1 rep max to see where I'm at. I'm not going to do a 1 rep max on my bicep curl because my right biceps tendonitis from doing side pressure is really fucking flaring up this week, and it just hurts too much to really do any heavy 1 rep max bicep curls. No fucking way, I'm not doing it. So, whatevs. You won't see me doing that. That's it pretty much. Yeah, the bicep 1 rep max not happening, side pressure 1 rep max, overhead press 1 rep max, deadlift 1 rep max, and then you won't see me repping out 1 rep maxes for probably 2-3 months until the next bulk starts. I mean, who knows? If I keep gaining a bunch of strength through this cut, and it's unlikely to happen because through weight cuts at the very best you oftentimes just maintain strength. But who knows? Maybe with high intensity training, something magical happened, and which has so far happened in many aspects through hypertrophy and strength in areas that were otherwise very stagnant. For all of you know, or for all I know, I will start progressively overloading through my cut, which I did last cut actually. My last cut, I progressed my incline dumbbell press plenty. So, and as I said yesterday, chin-ups and dips and bodyweight movements, they will 100% progressively overload, because the lighter you are, the easier it is to lift yourself. That's why it doesn't count when fucking twinks can do like 30 pull-ups, because you don't have any mass. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow for more Piss and Vinegar. Bye-bye.